Hey everyone, I'm here to review this HAIBOXING 112 scale brushless RC that I received from Amazon. So before I get into it, let me just move this out the way and show you what it comes with. It comes with a pretty nice detailed remote. It's got your steering trim as well as your steering rate, your throttle rate so you can dial it down in case you have kids playing with it, reverse and forward for your throttle and your steering. So left-handers, pretty neat thing. On and off, it requires 3 AA's that it does not come with. About to put some in myself. It comes with a brochure with all their other models, which I guess is pretty cool. Your typical instructions and a whole bunch of stickers to sweeten up the body. Let's take a look at the goodie bag that they send you. Oh, this battery, I just fully charged it. It came inside the truck, but as a lot of these, it comes with what looks like an extra battery. It's got 2 of these little cheapy USB chargers, extra body clips, nuts for your, actually no, it looks like just 2 nuts for your wheels, extra nuts I suppose. That's kind of cool. Screwdriver, your nut, as well as a wheelie bar, which also replaces the, I guess the current bumper requires you to change the whole thing. So when you put the wheelie bar, you get a new bumper, which I guess is kind of cool. Now for the car itself. Let me take this off. I don't really care for the body. I think it's boxy and ugly, but that's not really what I care about. It does seem nice and thick. When I first took this out, I thought it was 2 shells because it was so thick. It's actually just 1 shell. You don't get a freebie with this one. Anyway, here's the truck itself. Haven't run it yet, but from the looks of it, I really like it. It's got the brushless engine right there, which is a heatsink. One thing that I really like are the oil shocks. I push this down and there's no bounce back. I mean, it pushes down and it comes back up. A little more bottoming out for the back, but this is, shocks are wonderful. Watch this. Just sticks the landing, no bouncing and jiggling, just sticks the landing. So I can't wait to jump this and see how well it goes. So I'm gonna pause the video, take this outside once it's a little drier, and let you know what my thoughts are of driving it. Okay, got my battery in here. I got batteries in the remote as well. I kind of like this tray for the battery with this Velcro. It allows you to put a much fatter, beefier battery in here. Or if you want just extra runtime, you can just stick both batteries in. If you have a battery connector where these things are hooked up in parallel, you could put, let me see, both of these, squeeze it, and that's a pretty solid tight thing. That works if you have a battery connector. Only thing I don't like is that this is only so long, so you can't put a battery that's longer, but you could put one that's fatter, because of the Velcro connector. Anyway, let me plug this in and let me just get our first. Okay, that's connected. Put that in here. There we go. ESC turns on. Oh, what I like is that the ESC is right there, so you do not need to take off the cover in order to turn this thing on. So let me power it on. You see the LED. Oh, it flashed for a second. Let me do a long click. Yep, there we go. It's on. Let me turn on the transmitter. And there we go. First time hooking it up, and let me see. Okay, my speed was not all the way up, so let me turn the throttle to max. And these wheels turn nice and fast. And there's very little wobble, if any at all. Really loving this. So I'm going to take this outside and let you know my thoughts. Okay, we're out here with the car right now, and it's about to take its maiden voyage. I got the battery in there, all is set, and it's moving, and let's see how fast this bad boy is. Whoa. Okay, let me see if the speed is dialed up. It's not as fast as I thought, but it is. Okay, let's see this bad boy on the jump. See how well he does. Oh, it gets nice air and it's nice and stable. Oh, I almost had it. Okay, stand with me. Record. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. The wheel is busted. Alright, let's see what's wrong here. It's not busted. This just came out. So now we need to see how to fix this. Alright, it was driving really well while we had it. Okay, this piece is the one that goes in here. So that looks like an easy fix, but somewhere along the jump, I lost this piece right here. So it doesn't look like anything's broken. It just looks like it came apart. So I'm going to put it back together and take a couple more jumps. Okay, this looks like an easy fix. I've already taken out a couple of the screws here. This one is also out. So this piece goes in a hole here and here. And there's no way for I can't for the life of me figure out how this popped out. But anyway, if I take out this last screw, this slides this way, and I'll be able to put this back. This will go through here, and in here, where's the hole? And I'll be able to slide this back in. But before I do that, I need to make sure that this is connected. So I'm going to pause this video so it's not too long and fix this. Okay, it's all done. I'm going to take it back over. One thing I love, power button is right there. Long hold, turn this on. And she's as good as new. So overall thoughts on this truck is that it's pretty cool. Like it, seems well built. Don't know how that little thing popped out. It's fast, but I'm sorry, it's not brushless fast. Really like it, a lot of fun, seems relatively stable in the air. Shocks are as good as I've seen for this price point. Lots of fun. It's just not as fast as it should be. I'm going to be generous and give this 4 stars. Honestly, maybe it should be a 3. It's not brushless fast. Yeah, faster than my brushed RCs, but I've got a couple of brushlesses, and this is the slowest of my 3 brushless cars. Anyway, I hope this review helps. Lot of fun, seems relatively durable. Nothing broke. That thing just popped out, but I like it. I'm going to play a lot more with it, and if anything changes, then I'll update the review. Hope this helps someone.
So we have the HAIBOXING 112 RTR RC truck, and overall I have to say it's a pretty darn good truck. Looks wise, not a real huge fan of this like weird black and white checker pattern, but you know, it works. You know, style wise, it's okay. You know, looks all right. Not my favorite. Kind of wish it would have had a wing. I think a wing would have definitely helped in the looks department. But the one thing I will say is this shell body is super strong. It's literally like 3 times thicker than any of my shells, and I mean, I'm talking about like Traxxas and Arma. Like this thing is super thick. So that's one thing that's really surprising, is this shell is definitely strong. So anyway, enough about that. Now, this is a 1/12 RTR. It's a 3800 kV motor. You see it's got a metal heat sink, 35 amp ESC. It's got a steering servo. I have no idea how strong that is, but it seems eamy. Comes with two 2S 1000 milliamp batteries. It's got metal drive shafts, metal C-cups. It's got a metal drive line center shaft going all the way through. See, it's an all plastic chassis. CNC shocks, oil filled. You can see, it's pretty good dampening. It's really solid. The only thing I'm kind of worried about are these really thin and flimsy plastic tie rods. See these? I mean, look at that. I'm not even, just touching them makes them bend. And I feel like if I go really ham with this truck, probably going to snap all of them. But it's got a metal skid plate. The rear comes, you can remove this entire wheelie bar assembly, and it comes with a separate back plate, so you can just make it flush, which is, I don't know if that's your style, but honestly, I don't really think you even really need the wheelie bar, because this thing is it's quick, but it's not like super quick where it's just like you know, like on the rear tires all day. It's quick and it's easy to control. It's nice. It's got smooth handling. I mean, the controller, it's decent. You know, it's a nice little controller. It's got it's got all your trims and stuff. The thing that I don't know why. It seems like HAIBOXING does it with all their trucks, but they use these plastic knobs, and I just cannot stand a plastic knob. No matter what you give me, if you give me a remote with a plastic knob, it just automatically makes everything else feel super cheap. But, you know, all in all, we're talking, this is $170, so, you know, after shipping and whatever, you're talking nearly $200. So $200 gives you a lot of options. And HAIBOXING, you know, this is a decent option. Are there better ones? Yes. Are there worse ones? Oh yeah, by far. This is not the worst thing on the market, but it's definitely not the best. It's just, you know, it's just an average all-around little RC truck, and you know, I know that they really, in their descriptions, they really ride hard. This is RC grade, hobby grade, and I'm just kind of like, this is really on that fine line of hobby grade and just a little bit higher than toy grade. So let's give a quick little demo on the power, because overall it is somewhat, you know, pretty fast. It's got an interesting little startup sequence, and you can see the servo is, like I said, it works, but it's not the snappiest, but it's not the worst. And let's show you some power. So you see, it's got some pep. It's definitely got some pep. And I don't know if it's upgradable or not, but sure seems like it'd be easy to. So all in all, you know, I'm not dissatisfied with it, and I'm not exactly thrilled with it either, but, you know, it's a decent little RTR truck. Everything about it's pretty solid. A few things that I would change personally, but like I said, all in all, it's a decent little truck, and I think you definitely have fun with it. You know, good for kids. Adults, not really so much. You know, give this to my younger kid and have him have some fun with it. But for me, I definitely need something, you know, more true hobby grade. So, all right, guys, cheers.
That's actually Gorilla Tape that's showing through, and went on and reinforced the inside of it. If you landed on the roof while trying to do a flip, the body can be a bit fragile. Other than that, it's been a pretty cool truck. Lots of power, lots of torque. It does handle jumps really well, it flies well, lands well. The suspension works pretty well on it, and it's got gobs of power for what it is. Transmitter has steering trim, dual rate and speed controls. You can also reverse the steering and reverse the throttle. It's a pretty decent transmitter. It's much larger than some of the transmitters that come with the 18 scale trucks that they put out. Overall, pretty nice. So if you're looking for a good beginner basher truck, this is definitely a good one. It's a 12th scale, so it's a little bit bigger. It's got some good speed to it. So far, it's been a lot of fun, and I'm gonna continue to bash it and shake it down and see how it goes, but so far so good. I'm really impressed.
So that's how it comes when it's slid outside the box. It's packaged very well. Let's get rid of that stuff. There is the truck, all solid and secure. What I like about these when they're packed this way is that you can just lift the truck out. You don't have to go through any zip ties and whatnot. Let's check it out, see what we got for top speed. 16.4 miles an hour, and that's on gravel. Not too shabby. Grass, that great. I mean, this is really long grass. I mean, it does okay.
Look at that. There we go. Okay, I didn't understand exactly what this label meant at first. It says, do not move the trigger before binding is fulfilled. In other words, you have to link the two together by RC, otherwise the vehicle could go out of control. Just looking at the underside here, look at that. It has independent suspension, four-wheel suspension. I understand it's four-wheel drive. Very nice. There we go. Okay, there's a battery installed, and it comes with a spare battery. And it comes with its own charger. Here's a nice thing. It comes with apparently a tire iron for changing tires or something. But it also comes with some extra ones of these fasteners, since I'm sure they would be easy to lose. So this goes right onto a little white input there. There we go. Now it's charging. This is on the slowest speed. Oh, come back. Whoa, fast. Okay, here's a high-speed test. Whoa.
These are the jumps I've been using this little truck on. She is an absolutely fabulous, freaking tough ass truck. Romper stomper to the max. These jumps here, back and forth. I have a jump here, and I absolutely drive it with no respect. I just crash her, smash her, she flips, rolls, lands on the back, and she just keeps going. I can't film because I'm using my phone, so I can't use both hands, but if you're looking for a beginner truck, this is what you want. She just keeps going and going and going. I have lots of money, so I can just buy a new one, which is why I treat it the way I do. And she just keeps going and going and going. Crash it, smash it, and she keeps going. Definitely buy this truck. Alright, have a good day, folks.
Qué desilusión, acabamos de destapar el juguete y viene usado. Las llantas, el chasis, está lleno de tierra.
Ready?
Is that good? Noah! Noah! Honey. Stop it. It's okay.